New research on plants with new food production potential. As the global population continues to grow and the challenges of food security and sustainability become increasingly pressing, scientists and researchers are actively exploring new frontiers in plant research to identify potential food-producing plants. Recent studies have shed light on a myriad of plant species with untapped potential, offering exciting prospects for diversifying our food sources and addressing future food demands. This essay delves into the latest research on these novel food-producing plants, examining their unique qualities and contributions to advancing food production, nutrition, and sustainability. Plant diversity and food security. The exploration of new food-producing plants is crucial to ensure food security and mitigate the risks associated with relying on a limited number of staple crops. By expanding the range of plant species used for food production, we can reduce vulnerability to crop failures, pests, and diseases. The discovery and cultivation of novel plant species with desirable nutritional profiles. Resilience to environmental stress and high yields can enhance agricultural systems and contribute to global food security. Unveiling nutritional powerhouses. Recent research has unveiled a plethora of plant species with exceptional nutritional value, offering a wealth of opportunities to improve diets and combat malnutrition. These newly discovered plants possess unique nutrient profiles, rich in essential vitamins, minerals, proteins, and other bioactive compounds. For instance, the moringa tree, native to parts of Africa and Asia, is recognized for its exceptional nutritional content, including high levels of vitamin C, iron, and calcium. By integrating these nutrient-dense plants into our diets, we can address nutritional deficiencies and promote healthier lifestyles. Climate-resilient crops. The exploration of new food-producing plants also includes a focus on identifying climate-resilient crops that can thrive in challenging environmental conditions, including drought, heat, and salinity. Climate change poses significant threats to traditional agricultural systems, making it crucial to diversify crop varieties to ensure food production in the face of changing climatic conditions. Research efforts have identified several plants, such as quinoa, amaranth, and teff, which demonstrate remarkable adaptability to adverse climates, offering promising alternatives for sustainable food production. Utilizing underutilized and neglected species. Many plant species that have traditionally been overlooked or considered weeds hold tremendous potential as food sources. Neglected and underutilized species, NUS, often possess valuable traits, such as tolerance to poor soils, resistance to pests and diseases, and ability to thrive in marginal lands. Recent studies have highlighted the potential of NUS, such as millets, fonio, and buckwheat, for their nutritional content, resilience, and suitability for sustainable farming practices. By promoting the cultivation and consumption of these overlooked species, we can enhance agricultural diversity and support local food systems. Indigenous knowledge and cultural preservation. The exploration of new food-producing plants often involves collaboration with indigenous communities, who possess extensive knowledge about local flora and traditional food systems. Engaging with indigenous knowledge holders not only allows for the identification of Valuable food-producing plants but also contributes to cultural preservation and recognition of traditional agricultural practices. By incorporating indigenous perspectives and practices, we can create more inclusive and sustainable approaches to food production and strengthen cultural diversity. Challenges and opportunities. While the research on new food-producing plants brings forth exciting possibilities, several challenges need to be addressed to fully harness their potential. These include optimizing cultivation techniques, improving post-harvest practices, addressing regulatory hurdles, and creating market demand for these novel crops. Additionally, promoting awareness and acceptance among consumers and farmers is essential to facilitate the adoption of these new food sources. Moreover, investing in research and development, as well as providing financial support and incentives to farmers and stakeholders involved in cultivating these plants, is crucial for their successful integration into food systems. Collaborative efforts between scientists, policymakers, farmers, and communities are vital to overcome these challenges and unlock the full potential of these promising food-producing plants. Research on new food-producing plants is instrumental in addressing pressing global challenges such as population growth, climate change, and food security. These studies offer promising opportunities to diversify our food sources, reduce environmental impact, and enhance the resilience of agricultural systems. Moreover, the exploration of these plants contributes to the broader goal of achieving a sustainable and equitable global food system. Environmental sustainability and resource efficiency. The research on new food-producing plants also emphasizes the importance of environmental sustainability and resource efficiency. Many of these plants exhibit characteristics that make them well suited for sustainable agriculture. For example, some plants require fewer pesticides and fertilizers, have lower water requirements, and can be grown in marginal lands. By incorporating these plants into agricultural practices, we can minimize the environmental footprint of food production, reduce chemical inputs, and conserve natural resources. Promoting agrobiodiversity and resilience. The cultivation of new food-producing plants fosters agrobiodiversity, which is vital for the long-term resilience and sustainability of our food systems. Agrobiodiversity refers to the variety of plant species, varieties, and genetic resources in agriculture. Traditional agricultural systems have often relied on a limited number of high-yielding crop varieties, which can be vulnerable to pests, diseases, and changing environmental conditions. By integrating new plant species into farming practices, we can enhance agrobiodiversity. Reduce dependence on a few staple crops, and increase the resilience of our food systems to shocks and stresses. Enhancing local and global food systems. Research on new food-producing plants offers opportunities to enhance both local and global food systems. Locally, these plants can provide communities with alternative food sources that are well suited to local growing conditions and cultural preferences. This promotes food sovereignty and strengthens local food systems, reducing reliance on imported and often resource-intensive foods. Globally, the integration of these plants into commercial food markets can diversify the global food supply, improve access to nutritious foods, and contribute to more sustainable and resilient food systems. Alternative solutions for specific challenges. The exploration of new food-producing plants also addresses specific challenges faced by certain regions or populations. For instance, in regions prone to soil erosion or degradation, the introduction of cover crops and nitrogen-fixing plants can help improve soil health and fertility. In areas with high rates of malnutrition, the cultivation of nutrient-rich plants can contribute to better diets and improved health outcomes. By tailoring the use of these plants to address specific challenges, we can develop context-specific solutions that promote sustainable and inclusive food systems. Promoting social and economic development. Research on new food-producing plants can have positive social and economic impacts, particularly in marginalized communities. The cultivation and utilization of these plants can create new economic opportunities, promote local entrepreneurship, and enhance food security at the community level. Additionally, the incorporation of traditional and indigenous knowledge in the cultivation and utilization of these plants helps preserve cultural heritage and strengthen community resilience. Creating opportunities for small-scale farmers. The exploration of new food-producing plants presents opportunities to support and empower small-scale farmers. The evolution of animal brains and the intellectual development of species. The evolution of animal brains and the development of intelligence across different species have long fascinated scientists and researchers. Understanding the processes that have shaped the brains of animals and the emergence of cognitive abilities provides valuable insights into the complexity of life on Earth. The evolution of animal brains can be traced back to primitive organisms with simple nervous systems. Over millions of years, natural selection has driven the development of increasingly sophisticated neural structures and functions. Invertebrates, such as insects and mollusks, possess relatively small and less complex brains compared to vertebrates. However, these organisms have demonstrated remarkable cognitive abilities, showcasing their capacity for learning, memory, problem-solving, and even complex social interactions. In vertebrates, the brain complexity is more pronounced. Fishes, for instance, have well-developed sensory systems that allow them to navigate their aquatic environments and respond to external stimuli. Amphibians, reptiles, and birds have further expanded their cognitive capabilities, demonstrating spatial memory, tool use, and complex social behaviors. For example, certain bird species exhibit advanced problem-solving skills and the ability to use tools to obtain food. The evolution of mammals has witnessed a significant leap in brain complexity and cognitive abilities. Mammalian brains exhibit a range of structures and regions that are associated with different functions. The cerebral cortex, found in higher mammals, plays a crucial role in sensory perception, decision-making, and complex cognition. This region allows mammals to process complex information, exhibit advanced social behaviors, and engage in sophisticated problem-solving tasks. Among mammals, primates, including humans, have the most highly developed brains and exhibit the highest level of intelligence. The human brain, in particular, has undergone remarkable evolution, resulting in complex cognitive abilities such as language, abstract thinking, planning, and self-awareness. The expansion of the neocortex, the outer layer of the brain, is believed to be responsible for the development of these higher cognitive functions. The development of intelligence in different species is influenced by various factors, including genetic predispositions, environmental interactions, and social behaviors. Genetic variations within species can contribute to differences in brain structure and cognitive abilities. For example, genetic studies have identified specific genes associated with brain development and cognitive functions in humans and other animals. Environmental factors also play a significant role in brain development and intelligence. Early experiences, such as learning from parents or engaging in social interactions, shape the neural connections and cognitive capacities of animals. Environmental enrichment, which involves providing stimulating and challenging environments, has been shown to enhance brain development and cognitive performance in various species. Social interactions and cooperation within species can also contribute to the development of intelligence. Cooperative behaviors, such as hunting in groups or engaging in complex social hierarchies, require cognitive abilities like communication, problem-solving, and perspective-taking. These social dynamics can exert selective pressures on brain development, leading to the emergence of more sophisticated cognitive abilities. While the human brain stands out in terms of its cognitive capabilities, it is important to recognize that intelligence is a multifaceted trait that manifests differently across species. Different animals have adapted to their unique ecological niches, and their cognitive abilities reflect the specific challenges and demands of their environments. Studying the evolution of animal brains and the development of intelligence provides valuable insights into our own cognitive abilities and the intricacies of the natural world. It highlights the diversity of life on Earth and emphasizes the interconnectedness of all living organisms. Moreover, understanding the neural and cognitive mechanisms underlying intelligence can have practical applications, such as informing the development of artificial intelligence and cognitive therapies. Furthermore, the development of intelligence in different species is not solely limited to brain size or complexity. It also involves the integration of sensory perception, learning, memory, and problem-solving abilities. While humans are known for their advanced cognitive skills, several other species exhibit remarkable intelligence and possess unique adaptations that enable them to thrive in their respective environments. One notable example is the cetacean family, which includes dolphins and whales. These marine mammals have highly developed brains and demonstrate complex social behaviors and communication systems. Dolphins, for instance, exhibit self-awareness, sophisticated vocalizations, and the ability to solve complex puzzles. Their social structures and cooperative hunting strategies further illustrate their high cognitive capabilities. Another fascinating example is the corvid family, which includes crows and ravens. These birds have demonstrated remarkable problem-solving skills, tool use, and the ability to plan for future events. They have even shown the capacity for self-recognition, a cognitive ability previously believed to be unique to humans and a few other primates. Corvids have also been observed using their intelligence to adapt to urban environments and exploit new food sources. In the primate world, aside from humans, species such as chimpanzees and orangutans exhibit sophisticated cognitive abilities. They possess complex social structures, use tools, and have been observed engaging in problem-solving tasks. Chimpanzees, in particular, have shown remarkable abilities in learning, communication, and tool manipulation, indicating a high level of cognitive flexibility. The remarkable cognitive abilities of these species suggest that intelligence has evolved independently in multiple lineages, each adapting to their specific ecological and social contexts. This highlights the importance of considering the diversity of intelligent behavior across different animal taxa. Understanding the evolutionary origins of intelligence can also provide insights into the development of human cognition. Comparative studies between humans and other species allow us to identify common cognitive traits and investigate the underlying genetic and neural mechanisms. By studying the cognitive abilities of non-human animals, researchers can gain a deeper understanding of the fundamental principles of intelligence and its evolutionary underpinnings. Furthermore, exploring the intelligence of non-human animals has ethical implications. Recognizing the cognitive capacities of animals challenges traditional views that consider humans as the sole possessors of intelligence and moral standing. It calls for a reconsideration of our treatment of animals and the ethical responsibilities we have towards them. Moreover, the development of intelligence in different species is influenced by ecological pressures and the adaptive challenges they face in their environments. For example, species that inhabit complex and dynamic environments, such as primates living in forested areas, have evolved sophisticated cognitive abilities to navigate their surroundings, find food, and interact with conspecifics. Ecological factors, such as diet, foraging strategies, and social dynamics, shape the cognitive skills of animals. Methods of growing and cultivating plants that are highly resilient in extreme conditions. Developing and cultivating plant species with high survivability in harsh conditions is essential for addressing various challenges such as climate change, population growth, and food security. By employing innovative techniques and technologies, scientists and farmers can enhance the resilience of crops and other plants, ensuring their survival and productivity even in adverse environments. One approach to developing resilient plant species is through conventional breeding techniques. Breeders select and cross plants with desirable traits, such as drought tolerance, heat resistance, or disease resistance, to create new varieties better adapted to challenging conditions. This process involves careful evaluation of plant characteristics and rigorous selection to identify individuals with the desired traits. Through successive generations of breeding, plants with improved resilience and survival capabilities can be developed. Conventional breeding has been successful in enhancing crop varieties, making them more robust and adaptable to diverse environmental conditions. In recent years, advanced biotechnological methods, such as genetic engineering and gene editing, have revolutionized plant development. These techniques enable scientists to introduce or modify specific genes in plants to confer desired traits. For instance, genes associated with stress tolerance, water use efficiency, or nutrient uptake can be introduced into crops to enhance their survival in arid or nutrient-deficient environments. Genetic engineering can also facilitate the development of disease-resistant varieties, reducing the need for chemical pesticides and enhancing crop productivity. However, the use of genetically modified organisms, GMOs, raises ethical and environmental concerns and should be carefully regulated and monitored to ensure their safety and minimize potential risks. Another promising approach is the utilization of innovative cultivation methods, such as hydroponics and vertical farming. Hydroponics involves growing plants in nutrient-rich water solutions without soil, allowing for precise control of nutrient uptake and water supply. This technique is particularly beneficial in arid regions or urban areas with limited land availability. Vertical farming utilizes stacked layers or vertical structures to maximize space utilization and energy efficiency, enabling year-round cultivation and protection against adverse weather conditions. These modern farming methods offer opportunities to cultivate plants in controlled environments, optimizing resource use and reducing the impact on natural ecosystems. Additionally, Conservation and utilization of native plant species adapted to extreme environments can contribute to sustainable agriculture and ecosystem resilience. Indigenous plants have evolved over time to withstand specific climatic conditions, making them naturally suited for challenging environments. By promoting the use of native plants in agriculture and restoration projects, we can preserve biodiversity, maintain ecosystem functions, and enhance the resilience of local ecosystems. Furthermore, traditional knowledge and practices of local communities regarding the cultivation and use of native plants can provide valuable insights and guidance for sustainable land management. Investment in research and development is crucial to further advance these plant development and cultivation methods. By conducting scientific studies, identifying key genes associated with stress tolerance, and understanding plant physiology and adaptation mechanisms, scientists can unlock the full potential of plant resilience. Collaboration between researchers, farmers, and policymakers is vital for the successful implementation and dissemination of these techniques, ensuring their adoption and integration into agricultural practices worldwide. However, it is essential to consider the potential environmental and socioeconomic impacts of these approaches. Careful assessment of potential risks, such as unintended gene flow or ecological disruptions, is necessary to prevent negative consequences. Additionally, access to and affordability of these technologies must be addressed to ensure equitable benefits for farmers, particularly those in developing regions who face the greatest challenges associated with harsh environments. Furthermore, the development and cultivation of plant species with high survivability in harsh conditions require a multidimensional approach that encompasses various strategies and practices. One important aspect is the utilization of traditional knowledge and indigenous farming practices. Indigenous communities have accumulated centuries of experience in cultivating and utilizing plants in challenging environments. Their knowledge of local plant species, cultivation techniques, and natural resource management can provide valuable insights into resilient farming methods. Collaborating with indigenous communities, integrating their knowledge into research and development efforts, and promoting the preservation of traditional agricultural practices can contribute to the successful cultivation of plants in harsh conditions. Another key strategy is the use of precision agriculture and innovative technologies. Precision agriculture utilizes data-driven approaches, such as remote sensing, geographic information systems, GIS, and global positioning systems, GPS, to optimize resource use and maximize crop productivity. By precisely monitoring and managing variables such as water, fertilizers, and pesticides, farmers can enhance plant resilience and minimize environmental impacts. Emerging technologies, such as drones, sensors, and robotics, enable efficient monitoring of crop health, early detection of stress, and targeted interventions. These technologies facilitate real-time decision-making and enable farmers to adapt their practices to changing environmental conditions, thereby improving plant survivability. In addition, the exploration and utilization of genetic diversity are crucial for developing resilient plant varieties. Wild relatives of cultivated plants often possess unique genetic traits that enable them to thrive in extreme environments. By incorporating these traits into breeding programs, breeders can develop new cultivars with improved tolerance to drought, salinity, heat, or other stressors. Conservation of genetic resources, including seed banks and botanical gardens, is vital for maintaining and accessing diverse plant genetic material for future breeding efforts. Collaboration between breeders, farmers, and gene banks is essential to ensure the availability and exchange of genetic resources and to promote the development of resilient plant varieties. Furthermore, the adoption of sustainable agricultural practices, such as agroforestry, organic farming, and soil conservation techniques, contributes to the cultivation of resilient plants. Agroforestry systems, which combine trees with agricultural crops, provide multiple benefits such as soil conservation, microclimate regulation, and biodiversity enhancement. Organic farming practices, including the use of organic fertilizers, crop rotation, and integrated pest management, promote soil health, enhance natural ecosystem processes, and reduce chemical inputs. These practices improve soil fertility, water retention, and overall ecosystem resilience, thereby supporting the growth and survival of plants in harsh conditions. Investing in research and development, farmer education, and capacity building programs is critical for advancing the cultivation of resilient plant species. This includes supporting research on stress tolerance mechanisms, trait identification, and breeding techniques. Knowledge sharing platforms, training programs, and farmer-to-farmer exchanges facilitate the dissemination of information and best practices. Public and private sector collaborations can provide resources, funding, and technical expertise to support research and development initiatives. However, it is important to ensure the equitable distribution of resources and benefits associated with resilient plant development. Small-scale farmers, especially those in developing regions, often face significant challenges in accessing technologies, inputs, and markets. Addressing these barriers and promoting inclusive agricultural policies that prioritize the needs of smallholder farmers is crucial for achieving sustainable and resilient agriculture. Contributions of scientists and researchers in deciphering and better understanding the Ice Age. The contributions of scientists and researchers in decoding and gaining a deeper understanding of the Ice Age period have been instrumental in expanding our knowledge of Earth's history and its impact on the planet and its inhabitants. Through meticulous research, innovative methodologies, and interdisciplinary collaborations, scientists have unraveled the mysteries of the Ice Ages and shed light on the dynamic processes that shaped our world. One significant contribution of scientists and researchers lies in the field of paleoclimatology. By studying climate archives, such as ice cores, sediment cores, and tree rings, scientists have reconstructed past climates and identified patterns of climate variability during the Ice Age periods. These climate reconstructions have provided valuable insights into the causes and mechanisms of glacial-interglacial cycles, such as changes in Earth's orbit, variations in solar radiation, and feedback mechanisms within the climate system. This knowledge has enhanced our understanding of long-term climate change and its implications for future climate scenarios. In addition to paleoclimatology, the field of glaciology has played a crucial role in unraveling the dynamics of ice sheets and glaciers during the Ice Ages. Through the use of remote sensing technologies, field observations, and numerical modeling, scientists have quantified the extent and behavior of ice sheets, ice streams, and glaciers during glacial periods. These studies have provided insights into ice sheet dynamics, ice-ocean interactions, and the contribution of ice sheets to sea level changes. Understanding the behavior of ice during past glacial periods is essential for predicting future sea level rise and assessing the vulnerability of coastal regions. Moreover, the efforts of scientists and researchers in the field of geology have contributed to our understanding of the geological processes associated with the Ice Ages. By examining sedimentary deposits, landforms, and rock formations, geologists have identified evidence of glacial erosion, glacial deposits, and changes in sea level and land configuration. These studies have helped reconstruct past landscapes, trace the movement of ice sheets, and understand the impact of glaciation on Earth's surface. Geologists have also uncovered evidence of past volcanic activity, which has been linked to climate fluctuations during the ice ages. Another area of research that has significantly advanced our understanding of the ice ages is paleoecology. By analyzing fossil records, plant pollen, and animal remains, paleontologists have reconstructed past ecosystems and traced the shifts in species distribution and composition during glacial and interglacial periods. These studies have revealed the responses of flora and fauna to changing climates and the interactions between species and their environments. The knowledge gained from paleoecology has helped elucidate the resilience of ecosystems, the impact of climate change on biodiversity, and the potential implications for current and future ecosystems. Furthermore, the contributions of scientists and researchers extend to the development of innovative dating techniques and analytical methods. Radiocarbon dating, for instance, has revolutionized the field of archaeological and paleontological research, allowing scientists to determine the age of organic materials and reconstruct past events with greater accuracy. Advances in geochemical analysis and isotopic studies have provided insights into past environmental conditions, nutrient cycling, and paleoclimate proxies. These tools and techniques have been invaluable in deciphering the complexities of the ice ages and refining our understanding of Earth's history. Interdisciplinary collaborations among scientists and researchers have been crucial in advancing our understanding of the ice ages. Collaborations between paleoclimatologists, glaciologists, geologists, paleontologists, and other experts have allowed for the integration of diverse datasets, methodologies, and perspectives. This interdisciplinary approach has resulted in more comprehensive and nuanced interpretations of the ice ages, facilitating a deeper understanding of the complex interactions between the atmosphere, cryosphere, biosphere, and geosphere. Furthermore, the contributions of scientists and researchers in deciphering and gaining a deeper understanding of the Ice Age period have extended beyond the realms of earth science. They have shed light on the biological, ecological, and anthropological aspects of the Ice Ages, providing valuable insights into the evolution and adaptation of various organisms, including early humans. In the field of paleoanthropology, scientists have uncovered fossil evidence that reveals the presence and behavior of early humans during the Ice Ages. Through the excavation of archaeological sites and the analysis of artifacts, researchers have pieced together the story of human migration, technological advancements, and cultural development. The study of ancient human remains, such as Neanderthals, has provided crucial insights into the interactions between different hominin species and their adaptations to diverse environments during glacial periods. The understanding of human evolution and migration patterns during the Ice Ages has been further enhanced by the application of genetic analysis techniques. Researchers have examined ancient DNA from human remains and compared it to modern human populations, elucidating genetic lineages, population movements, and interbreeding events. These studies have contributed to our knowledge of human genetic diversity and the genetic legacy of our ancestors who lived through the Ice Ages. Moreover, the contributions of scientists and researchers in the study of paleoecology have revealed the intricate relationships between organisms and their environment during the ice ages. By analyzing fossilized pollen, plant remains, and microfossils, scientists have reconstructed past vegetation patterns, climate regimes, and the responses of different species to changing environmental conditions. This knowledge has provided insights into the adaptations and survival strategies of various plants and animals during glacial and interglacial periods. The study of ancient DNA and the analysis of preserved plant and animal remains have also shed light on the dietary patterns and subsistence strategies of early humans during the ice ages. Researchers have been able to infer the types of foods consumed by ancient human populations, their hunting and gathering practices, and their interactions with different species. This understanding of past human diets and resource utilization is essential for reconstructing ancient lifestyles, social structures, and cultural practices. Furthermore, the contributions of scientists and researchers in the field of climate modeling have facilitated simulations and predictions of future climate scenarios based on the knowledge gained from the ice ages. By combining data from paleoclimatic records with complex computer models, scientists can better understand the mechanisms driving climate change and its potential impacts on the planet. This research is crucial for informing climate change mitigation and adaptation strategies and for understanding the long-term consequences of anthropogenic activities. In addition to scientific contributions, the work of scientists and researchers in communicating their findings to the public has played a significant role in raising awareness and fostering a broader understanding of the ice ages. Through publications, documentaries, museum exhibitions, and educational programs, they have shared their discoveries and engaged the public in discussions about our planet's history, climate change, and the importance of environmental stewardship. Furthermore, the contributions of scientists and researchers in decoding and understanding the Ice Age period the correlation between biodiversity and survival of plant species in an ecosystem. The correlation between biodiversity and the survival of plant species within an ecosystem is a topic of great significance and scientific interest. Biodiversity refers to the variety of life forms, including plants, animals, and microorganisms, present in a given ecosystem. The relationship between biodiversity and the ability of plant species to survive is multifaceted and plays a crucial role in maintaining the stability and functionality of ecosystems. First and foremost, biodiversity contributes to the resilience and adaptability of plant species in the face of environmental changes and disturbances. A diverse ecosystem encompasses a wide range of plant species with different traits, characteristics, and adaptations. This diversity provides a greater likelihood that at least some plant species will possess the necessary genetic variations to withstand and recover from adverse conditions, such as extreme weather events, diseases, or changes in resource availability. The presence of a variety of plant species increases the overall stability and resistance of the ecosystem, reducing the vulnerability of individual species to extinction. Furthermore, biodiversity plays a fundamental role in ecosystem functioning and services, which are essential for the survival of plant species. Ecosystem processes, such as nutrient cycling, pollination, seed dispersal, and pest control, rely on the interactions between different plant species and other organisms within the ecosystem. For example, pollinators, such as bees and butterflies, play a vital role in the reproduction and genetic diversity of plant species through the transfer of pollen. Similarly, seed dispersers, such as birds or mammals, contribute to the dispersion and colonization of plant species in new areas. The loss of biodiversity can disrupt these critical ecological interactions, compromising the survival and reproductive success of plant species. Biodiversity also plays a significant role in enhancing the productivity and stability of plant communities. Studies have shown that diverse plant communities are often more productive and efficient in utilizing available resources, such as sunlight, water, and nutrients. Different plant species have varying root structures, growth patterns, and resource requirements, allowing them to exploit different niches and reduce competition for resources within the ecosystem. This leads to a more efficient use of resources and increased overall productivity. Moreover, the presence of a diverse plant community can buffer against environmental fluctuations and disturbances, ensuring the continuity and persistence of plant populations. Additionally, biodiversity contributes to the creation of favorable microclimates and habitat heterogeneity, which are crucial for the survival and persistence of plant species. The diversity of plant species influences microenvironmental conditions, such as humidity, temperature, and light availability, through the modification of physical characteristics, such as leaf morphology and canopy structure. These microclimatic variations provide niches and habitats suitable for different plant species with specific adaptations, thus increasing their chances of survival. The loss of biodiversity can result in the homogenization of habitats, reducing the availability of suitable microclimates for certain plant species and potentially leading to their decline or extinction. Conservation efforts focused on preserving biodiversity are paramount for the long-term survival of plant species. Protecting and restoring natural habitats, implementing sustainable land management practices, and minimizing the impacts of human activities on ecosystems are crucial steps in maintaining biodiversity. Additionally, creating and maintaining protected areas, such as national parks and nature reserves, provide safe havens for plant species to thrive and contribute to the overall conservation of biodiversity. Moreover, biodiversity in an ecosystem plays a critical role in ecosystem functioning and services that directly impact the survival of plant species. One key aspect is the role of biodiversity in nutrient cycling. Different plant species have unique nutrient requirements and uptake abilities. In a diverse ecosystem, various plant species contribute to nutrient cycling by absorbing different nutrients from the soil and releasing them back into the ecosystem through decomposition. This cycling of nutrients ensures a continuous supply of essential elements for plant growth and survival. Biodiversity also influences the stability and resistance of plant species to disturbances. In diverse ecosystems, there is a higher likelihood of having plant species with different life histories and ecological strategies. Some plant species may be more resistant to particular disturbances, such as drought, fire, or pests, while others may be more resilient to changes in environmental conditions. The presence of a diverse array of plant species enhances the ecosystem's ability to recover from disturbances, as certain species can compensate for the loss of others and maintain ecosystem functionality. Pollination is another vital ecosystem service facilitated by biodiversity that directly influences the survival of plant species. Many plants rely on animal pollinators, such as bees, butterflies, birds, and bats, for successful reproduction. The presence of a diverse pollinator community ensures effective and efficient pollination, increasing the chances of successful seed production and genetic diversity within plant populations. Loss of pollinator biodiversity can result in reduced pollination success, leading to decreased plant reproduction and potentially compromising the long-term survival of certain plant species. The interaction between plants and other organisms, such as herbivores and pathogens, also highlights the importance of biodiversity in plant survival. Biodiversity can act as a natural buffer against pests and diseases. When there is a wide range of plant species in an ecosystem, pests and diseases are less likely to become widespread or reach damaging levels, as they may be specific to certain plant species or have natural enemies that control their populations. Maintaining biodiversity can help prevent outbreaks of pests and diseases, reducing the impact on plant populations and enhancing their survival. Furthermore, the genetic diversity within plant species is crucial for their resilience and adaptability to changing environmental conditions. Genetic diversity provides the raw material for evolutionary processes, allowing plants to adapt to new challenges, such as climate change, habitat loss, or invasive species. A diverse gene pool increases the chances of having individuals with traits that are advantageous in a changing environment, enabling populations to withstand and recover from disturbances. Preserving genetic diversity through the conservation of diverse plant populations is essential for ensuring the long-term survival and adaptation of plant species. Conservation efforts that prioritize the preservation and restoration of biodiversity are essential for maintaining the survival of plant species within ecosystems. Protecting natural habitats, restoring degraded areas, and implementing sustainable land management practices contribute to the maintenance of biodiversity. Creating corridors that connect fragmented habitats allows for the movement of plant species, facilitating gene flow and reducing the risk of genetic isolation. Additionally, engaging local communities in conservation efforts can promote the understanding and appreciation of biodiversity, fostering stewardship and long-term sustainability. Furthermore, the presence of a diverse range of plant species within an ecosystem provides numerous benefits that directly influence their ability to survive. One such benefit is the increased availability of resources. Different plant species have unique requirements for sunlight, water, and nutrients. The theory of evolution and its role in understanding the origins of disease. The theory of evolution, proposed by Charles Darwin in the 19th century, has revolutionized our understanding of the natural world and has profound implications for our understanding of the origins and mechanisms of diseases. The concept of evolution provides a framework for comprehending how organisms, including pathogens, adapt and change over time, leading to the emergence and spread of diseases. Evolutionary biology teaches us that all organisms, including disease-causing agents, undergo genetic variation and selection. Pathogens, such as viruses, bacteria, and parasites, can evolve rapidly due to their short generation times and large population sizes. This evolutionary process can result in the emergence of new strains or variants that may have different virulence, transmissibility, or resistance to treatment. Understanding the evolutionary origins of diseases is crucial for identifying their sources and developing effective strategies for prevention and treatment. Evolutionary studies have revealed valuable insights into the origins of pathogens, their host range, and their ability to adapt to new environments. For example, by analyzing the genetic sequences of different strains of influenza virus, scientists can trace their evolutionary history and understand how new strains emerge and spread among different host species, including humans. The concept of natural selection, a key component of evolutionary theory, helps explain the emergence and persistence of certain diseases. Natural selection favors traits that enhance an organism's survival and reproduction, including traits that promote the transmission of pathogens. This can lead to the evolution of virulence factors in pathogens, enabling them to effectively exploit their host organisms. By understanding the evolutionary forces driving the virulence of pathogens, researchers can develop strategies to mitigate the impact of diseases. Evolutionary principles also play a significant role in the development of antibiotic resistance in bacteria. The overuse and misuse of antibiotics have created selective pressures that favor the survival and proliferation of resistant bacterial strains. Through genetic mutations and horizontal gene transfer, bacteria can acquire resistance genes, rendering previously effective antibiotics ineffective. Understanding the evolutionary dynamics of antibiotic resistance is critical for the development of new antimicrobial strategies and the preservation of existing treatments. Moreover, the study of human evolution provides insights into the genetic and physiological factors that influence disease susceptibility. As humans have evolved, so too have their interactions with pathogens. Genetic variations that once conferred advantages in certain environments may now make individuals more susceptible to specific diseases. For instance, the sickle cell trait, which provides resistance to malaria in certain regions, is a result of natural selection acting against severe forms of malaria. However, this trait can also lead to health complications in individuals who inherit 2 copies of the sickle cell gene. Evolutionary studies have also shed light on the impact of human activities on disease emergence. Factors such as deforestation, urbanization, globalization, and changes in agricultural practices can disrupt natural ecosystems and increase contact between humans and wildlife, facilitating the transmission of zoonotic diseases. By understanding the evolutionary dynamics of pathogens and their hosts, scientists can develop strategies to minimize the risk of disease outbreaks and promote effective interventions. Furthermore, evolutionary principles are central to the field of vaccinology. Vaccines work by stimulating the immune system to recognize and target specific pathogens. Understanding the evolutionary changes in pathogens can help researchers anticipate and address potential vaccine resistance. By monitoring the genetic variation and evolution of pathogens, scientists can develop vaccines that provide broad protection against multiple strains and anticipate the emergence of new variants. Furthermore, the application of evolutionary theory has proven invaluable in understanding the dynamics of infectious diseases and the development of effective disease control strategies. One of the key insights provided by evolutionary biology is the recognition that pathogens and hosts are engaged in an ongoing arms race, with each side evolving strategies to gain an advantage over the other. Pathogens can evolve rapidly in response to selective pressures imposed by their hosts, such as immune responses and medical interventions. This phenomenon is evident in the case of antibiotic resistance, where bacteria can acquire genetic mutations or transfer resistance genes, rendering antibiotics ineffective. By understanding the mechanisms of resistance and the evolutionary processes driving its emergence, scientists can develop new treatment strategies and implement better antibiotic stewardship practices. The study of viral evolution is particularly relevant in the context of emerging infectious diseases. Viruses, such as the influenza virus and coronaviruses, have high mutation rates and the ability to undergo genetic recombination, leading to the emergence of novel strains with enhanced transmissibility and virulence. Tracking the evolutionary trajectory of these viruses helps in predicting their spread and designing effective vaccines that target key epitopes to provide long-term protection. Evolutionary insights have also shed light on the origins and spread of major pandemics throughout history. For instance, the understanding that the human immunodeficiency virus, HIV, originated from simian. Immunodeficiency viruses in non-human primates has informed preventive strategies and the development of antiretroviral treatments. Similarly, the study of the evolutionary history of the bacterium Yersinia pestis, responsible for the bubonic plague, has provided insights into its transmission dynamics and geographical spread. Additionally, evolutionary principles contribute to our understanding of host-pathogen interactions and the factors influencing disease susceptibility. Genetic variations in human populations can confer resistance or susceptibility to certain diseases. For example, the prevalence of the sickle cell trait in regions with a high malaria burden is a result of natural selection favoring individuals with increased resistance to the parasite. Studying these genetic adaptations provides insights into the evolutionary history of human populations and informs public health interventions. Furthermore, the concept of coevolution between hosts and pathogens has important implications for disease control. As hosts develop immune responses against specific pathogens, the pathogens can evolve mechanisms to evade or suppress these responses. This coevolutionary dynamic poses challenges for vaccine development, as pathogens can evolve to escape immune recognition. By understanding the selective pressures acting on pathogens, researchers can develop strategies to design vaccines that target conserved regions or induce broader immune responses. The application of evolutionary principles extends beyond the understanding of infectious diseases. Evolutionary medicine, an interdisciplinary field, explores how evolutionary processes have shaped human susceptibility to chronic diseases, such as cancer and cardiovascular disorders. By examining the evolutionary origins of certain disease predispositions, researchers can develop personalized prevention strategies and targeted treatments. Furthermore, the application of evolutionary theory has deepened our understanding of the underlying mechanisms driving the emergence and persistence of infectious diseases. One important aspect is the concept of host-pathogen coevolution, which refers to the reciprocal influence and adaptation between hosts and pathogens over time.